because of what is happening today in the past. So we will continue to speak, we will continue to make their voice heard, we will continue to say things the way they are. It doesn't matter whether you agree with us or you don't agree with us. You are entitled to your opinion. If you decide not to agree with us, we are not going to force you. All we are trying to do is to make sure you take a wise decision and be able to stand and defend whatever decision you are taking. So today we are going to take a topic to discuss, and the topic we are discussing this morning says, Nigerian failed truth manipulation. Why Biafrans must capitalize on it through unity of purpose. Nigerian failed truth manipulation. The manipulation of the truth is what is now the order of the day in Nigeria. The manipulation of the truth. Nigeria is ready to pay any amount, paying through their nose, even borrowing to pay, just to manipulate the truth. That is something that is on board, that you and I know is on board in Nigeria today. Undeniable. It doesn't matter what you say, how you say it, or what you think. That is what is on board. So I urge every one of you to pay attention to this program. Join us and make your contribution where necessary. It is important. Nigerian failed truth manipulation. And most importantly, why Biafrans must capitalize on it through unity of purpose. We must capitalize on this failed truth manipulation because the manipulation has failed already. The manipulation has failed. There is no doubt that the manipulation has failed. The manipulation has failed. If you don't know that the manipulation has failed, you are not paying attention. Follow up, listen, open your ears. You will understand that the manipulation has failed. Now, why Biafrans must capitalize on it through unity of purpose. We must capitalize on it through unity of purpose. It is very important. That is what we are going to discuss this morning and try to see how we can be able to marry this together and to make our people understand that the level that we are today, it is not a thing of a joke. We're not playing anymore. It is not a time to seek for pity. It is not a time to seek for pity. It's a time for a serious business. That is where we are. And every one of us must get serious and get engaged. So I welcome every one of you once again. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greetings according to the time zone wherever you are watching me from. All the lovers of truth and justice and dignity, wherever you are watching from, I appreciate you. Today's broadcast is not a noise. It is not emotion for emotion's sake. It is strategic conversation about a moment that must not be wasted. We are speaking about a moment that must not be wasted. That is what we are here today to do. It is not about noise making, as some people call us noise makers. This is not about noise making. This is not emotion for emotion's sake. The broadcast we are giving today, just as I have said in the beginning of this year, that it has to be strategic. And this one is a strategic conversation about moments that must not be wasted. This moment we are seeing, it must not be wasted because something important has happened. Something very important has happened and we must not waste this opportunity. For years, the Nigerian government relies on manipulation of truth. For many years, one of the strategies they use, one of the instruments is manipulation of the truth. They manipulate the truth by all means necessary. They pay to manipulate. They buy people, they buy countries, they buy organizations. They infiltrate every area you can think about just to manipulate the truth. Manipulating narratives, manipulating facts, manipulating perceptions, manipulating fear. This has been the strongest instruments of Nigerian government for a very long time. But today, the strategy is failing. That strategy is failing before your own very eyes, before my own very eyes. That strategy is failing. That is why we must not lose this opportunity. We must not waste this opportunity. And when an oppressive system begins to lose control of truth, history tells us one thing. Those moments define the future. We are in a moment that defines our future. We are in a critical moment that defines our future. That is why we must pay close attention. And this message is for every indigenous person in the contraction that is concerned, seeking for a place where human beings can live as human beings. In as much as we, the Biafrans, are the ones that are outspoken and in the front line of seeking for our freedom. We know there are some people also who are concerned in other regions. There are some other people who are also concerned, but they are not as bold as we are. We are calling on them. And this message for every one of us is an opportunity that we must not throw away. This is an opportunity we must not throw away. We must pay close attention and never throw away this opportunity, because it doesn't come always. It does not come always. Let us be very clear and very honest. Nigeria did not rely on justice, has never, ever relied on justice. Nigeria did not rely on dialogue, has never relied on dialogue. Nigeria did not rely on fairness, has never relied on fairness. Nigeria relied on distortion. Relying on distortion has been the order of the day in Nigeria. If you are sincere to yourself, except somebody who is not sincere, that is the person that will deny this fact. Nigeria relies on distortion. They distorted the Biafran question. They distorted peaceful agitation. They distorted facts on ground. They distorted who is oppressed and who is resisting oppression. They told the world one story while reality told another. That has been the order of the day in Nigeria. Undeniable. They thought that if they repeated the lie long enough, the truth would disappear. That has been the strategy. Muhammad Buhari, through his tenure, said it, that Nigerians are known to be noisemakers. They will make noise. After they make noise, they go about their business. And that is the order of the day. That is why corruption can never leave Nigeria. You have a list of corruptions that have been named and called. List of stolen funds in Nigeria, in billions, in trillions. They mention it and people shout. After they shouting, they go back to their various businesses and it is business as usual. And corruption continues to strive and increase. They continue to get stronghold. That has been the order of the day. But opportunities have come for that to be changed. Opportunity have come for that to change. This is an opportunity that must be wasted. They thought that if they repeated the lie long enough, the truth would disappear. But truth does not disappear. Truth waits. Truth waits. The truth we are seeing today has waited for a long time. The situation in Nigeria that you see today, where the international community, more especially the United States, is focusing on Nigeria, speaking boldly, have waited for too long. And today, finally, here are we. Now, I want us to listen carefully. The manipulation is failing, not by accident. The manipulation of Nigerian government is failing seriously, not by accident, but because lies are expensive to maintain. Lies are very expensive to maintain. When you tell one lie, you need 1,000 lies to back it up to survive. Contradictions are multiplying. Evidence is piling up. Voices are refusing to be silenced. The global space is more open than ever now. This is an opportunity that must not be wasted. And this message is for every concerned indigenous person in that contraction called Nigeria. Every concerned indigenous person. This opportunity must not be wasted. A time when contradictions are multiplying, A time when evidence is piling up, right, left, and center. A time when voices are refusing to be silenced. Even when they lock up Mazen Nandekano, took him to Sokoto and threw away the key, he's still speaking. His voice is still heard. Even when they stop Mazen Simon Eba, use Finland government to throw him away and make him, his voice is still coming out. Through every of our media, each day I come online, they speak. Each day I come online, Mazen Nandekano, Mazen Simon Eba, they speak to the world. You that is watching me there, you are not silent. You are commenting, you are talking, you are speaking. So many of us in various platforms. Go to social media, you see many platforms, people are speaking, even louder than ever. Many people have joined the media. Those who were not there before have now get involved and they're speaking. The global space is more open than ever now. And most importantly, people are asking questions. Nigeria can no longer answer convincingly. The entire world are now asking critical questions that Nigeria can no longer answer convincingly. When a government spends more time controlling narratives than solving problems, it eventually collapses under its own weight. This is where Nigeria finds itself today. A very interesting time. Opportunity that must not be wasted. For everyone that cares, that have been praying and fasting for a moment of change, this is an opportunity. I don't care under which umbrella you are fighting for your change, except you are not sincere. Freedom doesn't come easy. Change doesn't come easy. If you are fighting through a revolution, you are asking through self-determination, or whichever means, this is an opportunity that everybody must key into, except you are not sincere. Because we know there are so many of them that are not sincere. They are just lined up. They line themselves up in politics, waiting for their own opportunity to come for them to steal. Some of them complain when they are not the ones stealing. They complain. But when the opportunity comes to them to do the same thing those people they are condemning do, they will do it. Even as we speak, there are so many people that are lined up. Politicians. If they are being groomed. They are young people that are still lining up, working so hard to align themselves with the corrupt system to enrich themselves. In Nigeria today, we know that education doesn't pay. You are not going to make it simply because you are educated. You are not going to make it simply because you went to school, you have certificates. The youths have been made to know that the easiest way to become a billionaire is to be able to have a godfather in politics. Force yourself into it, whether you went to school or not. After all, Nigerian politics, all it needs is a primary school certificate for you to, not even if you do not have a certificate, just to be able to speak English, and that's all. Able to speak English, then you can buy the certificate later. An opportunity has presented itself for a change, and it is important that every one of us wake up, key into it, and make sure that we're not left behind. History teaches us something very, very important. Oppressors do not fall because they are strong. Oppressors do not fall because they are strong. They fall because they lose legitimacy. Legitimacy begins to crumble the moment truth escapes manipulation. The moment truth escapes manipulation, legitimacy begins to crumble. This is not the time for Biafra to be distracted. This is not the time for internal quarrels. This is not the time for ego, supremacy battle, factional pride. This is not that time. This is the time for unity of purpose. I cannot speak enough of unity of purpose. I have shouted about it. I have cried about it. I have prayed about it. Unity of purpose. Because when the opponent is confused, the disciplined side wins. When the opponent is confused, like Nigerian government is confused today, Nigerian politicians and their politics are confused, and every move they make more mistake. As they are trying to cover the truth, as they are trying to buy up the truth, they make more mistake. Today, the question the world is asking, why would a country that is borrowing money will spend 9 billion to change the truth that cannot be changed? Only an idiot does that. You are paying 9 million to change the truth that the government of the United States has sent delegates to come on ground and listen to people who are directly involved, instead of you to solve the problem, of which that $9 million can solve the problem instantly, return the people in IDP camp to their homes, and your designation will disappear. But as Chukwu Okekabia might have it, they say when the God wants to kill a man, he will make them deaf and dumb. Today, the Zoological Republic is deaf and dumb. They continue to spend millions and millions and millions in lobbying to stop the truth. Truth cannot be covered. Darkness can never, ever, ever overcome light. No matter how small the light is, it will shine out of darkness. No matter how small the light is, it will be seen and shine out of darkness. This is an opportunity that we must not waste. This is an opportunity that we must waste, and we must capitalize on this failure in the zoo. More especially the self-determination group. We must capitalize on this failure that we are seeing today. There is evidence. And let me explain carefully. Capitalizing on this failure does not mean chaos. Capitalizing on the failure of the Zoological Republic today, in the failure we are seeing in Nigeria, does not mean chaos. It does not mean recklessness. It does not mean emotional outburst. It simply means sharpening our message. Every single one of us, wherever you are, sharpen your message. Sharpen your message. I don't care under which umbrella you are preaching. I don't care under which group you are operating. I don't care what you think you are, who you are worshiping. Sharpen your message of freedom. Your message of self-determination. Sharpen it. This is time to sharpen it. It is time that we have to be speaking with one moral voice. Speaking with one moral voice. This is the time. Maintaining peaceful and lawful pressure. Peaceful and lawful pressure. Something like the sit at home that we're engaging every Monday. Today is Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday, and Monday is coming. Maintaining peaceful and lawful pressure. One of the peaceful and lawful pressure you can maintain is that sit at home. Very peaceful. Nobody's being forced, on your own, to mount pressure on Nigeria. On our recognition and the release of our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and every Biafran political detainee. We must maintain peaceful and lawful pressure, presenting clarity instead of confusion. We must continue to present clarity, not confusion. Just like some people are confusing themselves today. In a time we are supposed to be united and focused, somebody is coming to tell us that our prime minister is no longer our prime minister. That is confusion. And already some media space are carrying that information. Some misguided media, some of them genuinely confused, they are carrying that rumor that Mazi Simon Ekpa has been overthrown, that Mazi Simon Ekpa is no longer the prime minister. We must present clarity instead of confusion. That statement is a total confusion because our prime minister remains Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko was voted in, accepted by more than 50 million. There is no one how 3 people or 2 people will go into the room and come out and tell us that he is no longer the prime minister. It is not possible. You do not have such legitimacy. You do not have such legitimacy to say that the prime minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is no longer the prime minister. You don't have that legitimacy at all. This is some of the things we need to avoid. We need to present clarity to the world instead of confusion. Unity instead of rivalry. There are so much rivalry that you and I can see. You can continue to deny it. And so much rivalry. 2026 doesn't need that. A divided people cannot take advantage of opportunity. A divided people cannot take advantage of opportunity. Only a focused people can. You see why I'm hammering on not wasting this opportunity. The opportunity is huge, unprecedented, never seen before. Never seen before. The opportunity that we are seeing today in Nigeria, never seen before, but it must not be wasted. This message is not only for Biafra agitators, for those who genuinely want to see a new nation, who genuinely want to see a change. Those who are calling for a total reshufflement and resolution. This is an opportunity for you to sit up. This opportunity must not be thrown away. This opportunity must not be missed. It must not be a time of confusion, a time of competition. No. We need to focus on the problem. The problem that every individual that is indigenous in that contraction today has is Nigeria. Nigeria is the major problem. And the opportunity to solve that problem, Nigeria has presented itself. We must not throw it away. We must not throw it away. Unity of purpose, very important. Unity is not a slogan. It is a strategy. Always know that unity is not a slogan. It is a strategy. Unity is not about liking everyone. Like some of us will think, when you talk about unity, they think that when you talk about unity, you're talking about liking everybody. No, it's not. When we say we need to unite, work for unity of purpose, it is not about liking everybody. Unity is not about agreeing in every detail. No, that is not unity. Unity doesn't mean that we must all agree. No. That's not what it is. Unity is about shared purpose. Shared purpose. Every single one of us will be pushing towards one purpose. Self-determination. Self-determination. The Biafra people. Self-determination. And those who are asking for revolution, focus on yours. Revolution. Which will at the end of the day take us to the same self-determination, which is the ultimate and everlasting solution. Unity is about shared purpose. It is not about liking everybody. You can't like everyone. It is impossible for me to come and tell you I like him. No. For me to expect everybody to like me, impossible. That is a dream. As a human being, you can't like everybody. Everybody must not like you. We cannot always agree. That is certain. But in terms of purpose, we have to unite in the unity of purpose. seeking for one thing and wanting alone, pursuing one thing and wanting alone. Different roles, one destination. Every one of us have different roles, but one destination. There are people who are good in lobbying, those who are good in talking, those who are good in fighting on the ground, those who are good in evangelizing, those who are good in strategizing, those who are good in noise making, those who are good in creating awareness on different angles. Different opinions, one demand. Every one of us is entitled to our opinion. But at the end of the day, it is one demand that we all have. That is why I tell you that you are entitled to opinion. I'm not against you. Whatever opinion you bring here, I'm not against it. No matter what the opinion is, I'm not against it. The end of it, where I wait for you, is the demand. Our demand is self-determination. One demand. Different opinions, but one demand. Unity means understanding that no single individuals own the struggle. That is unity. Unity means understanding that no single individual owns the struggle. The struggle belongs to the people. That is unity. It belongs to the people. When unity exists, manipulation fails completely. Because manipulation feeds on division. It's when you are divided, you see that you will be easily manipulated. Once you are divided, those manipulators will be there. They will be enjoying their days. They will be celebrating. They will be having a free ride. But when you are united, you stand firm, and every other thing falls apart. My fellow Biafrans, both Biafrans at home and those who are in diaspora, I want every one of us to pay attention. Listen carefully. To Biafrans at home, your resilience is not unnoticed. Our Biafran brothers and sisters at home, your resilience is not unnoticed. All the sacrifices you're making, all the businesses you are losing, all the starvation, the hunger, the loss you are encountering, is not unnoticed. Your discipline matters. Our Biafrans at home, your discipline matters. Your consistency speaks louder than propaganda. Mazin Nande kind of sang that like a song. Consistency is the key. Your consistency speaks louder than propaganda. And to my fellow Biafrans in diaspora, wherever you might be, in Asia, in Europe, in America, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Iran, wherever you might be, a Biafran, your voice carries weight. Know that your voice carries weight. Your organization matters a lot. Your clarity strengthens the cause. Clarity is strengthening the cause. This is for those in diaspora. Your voice, your organization, your clarity. It all matters. This is the moment to align, not scatter. A moment to align, not scatter. To build, not break. To amplify truth, not dilute it. When you see them trying to dilute the truth, don't be silent. We must not allow them to dilute it. The moral high ground is non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. And we thank Chukwu Okike with the kind of man we have in Washington, D.C., in the United States of America, President Donald J. Trump. Nobody is perfect, but to an extent, at least a man that says a word and starts his words. It doesn't matter whether you like him or you hate him, whether you like his policy or you hate his policy. But at least you can see where he's going and what he wants to do, and you go ahead and do it. Let me be clear here. Truth is our strength. Our moral high ground is non-negotiable. Our moral high ground is non-negotiable. Hear me and hear me clear. Truth is our strength. Mazen Nanakan has said several times that you cannot get Biafra in lies. You cannot get Biafra with just propaganda. Truth is our strength. Peaceful resistance is our power, just as we have been resisting for many years and for many decades. Peaceful resistance is our power. Moral clarity is our shield. Once you abandon this, you abandon the advantage. Nigeria is struggling because it cannot defend its action. Honestly, we must never fall into the same trap. We must never fall into the same trap like Nigeria have fallen into. Today, Nigeria is struggling because it cannot defend its action. Honestly, it cannot. Every single move they make, they can't defend it. The world is asking questions. People are asking questions. Unlike before, this opportunity must not be missed. This opportunity must not be missed. We must never fall into the same trap that Nigeria has fallen. Every one of us must stand firm, stand strong, and continue to stand on the truth. So today, I leave you with this call. Every single one of you that is watching, more especially the Biafran people, I leave you with this call. Stay disciplined. Stay informed. Stay united. Stay peaceful. Stay focused on self-determination. Do not amplify confusion. Don't. Do not amplify confusion. It doesn't matter who is trying to inspire you, trying to push you to it. No. Do not promote division. Do not promote division. Do not fight yourselves. It's not going to go well. Amplifying confusion, promoting division, fighting ourselves cannot help us anyway. Let the truth do the work. Just be truthful. Say the truth. Speak the truth at all the time. Just say the truth. And that is it. Let the truth do the work. Let unity multiply the impact. Truth will be doing the work, while unity will multiply the impact. Because the world is asking questions more than ever before. The entire world is now asking questions. This is a time that we must pay attention and do what we have to do. Just some few days ago, I think on the 15th, they celebrated their Armed Forces Day. That 15th is a very significant date. That 15th is a very significant. They celebrated their Armed Forces Day. That was the same day, 15th January, was the same day the 1966 coup was planned.